she was teaching her daughter sign language. And I was like, oh, okay. And this is probably when I was like mid-20s maybe. And I started to look up like the benefits of sign language for a child and learned that it was so beneficial. And I just knew that I'm going to teach my child sign language. It's Yuntaku time with Akko and Tamo.
What does Yuntaku mean? It's an Okinawan word from the islands of Okinawa, which means chit-chat. We want to invite you to our kitchen table and include you in our chit-chat to explore new ways of thinking, to welcome different perspectives,
and we want to share ideas on how to love yourself, love your partner, and shower your children with love.
Today's topic is benefits of teaching sign language to your baby. But before we get started, let's talk about our recent happenings. And our recent happenings is that we've been building a raised bed veggie garden.
Yes.
It's been really fun. And let's share what we've been growing.
Yeah, we've been growing a lot of stuff. We are growing bitter melon, this type of gourd called hichima. Not sure what it's called in English. And then we have planted purple sweet potato and some chives, some Japanese veggies, some cucumbers, parsley, tomato, kale.
Okra.
Okra, okra, chard, and what else?
We're going to be looking forward to strawberry. We're going to get
strawberries. So yeah, we're looking forward to all of them. And yeah, they're growing. So it's kind of cool. You know, you're just watching it every day and you're like, wow, it's growing.
It's like a fun family project, right? Because we're always out there kind of checking up on the veggies, and our daughter gets to join us. And
yes.
She's been a little rough on the leaves. She loves to like grab onto the leaves and just rip it apart. So we have to teach her, hey, you
gentle.
You gotta be gentle.
Yeah.
And even within all the things that we've been growing, something that we are very excited about is Goya.
Yes. So that's a bitter melon.
It's a Okinawan superfood, and again, it's called Goya. It has so many health properties, right?
Lots of benefits.
And we were just researching it, and I was blown away by the amount of benefits there are, from the vitamins to minerals to, you had also mentioned it's good for diabetes.
Yeah, so it actually lowers your blood sugar levels. There is this chemical substance called charontin, and that is what increases the metabolism of glucose in the body. And that's what lowers the blood sugar levels for those people that have diabetes or pre-diabetic, or those that are really being careful as far as their sugar intake.
Yeah, and my uncle, he was saying that he was able to reverse a lot of his, I think it was pre-diabetes, by drinking Goya juice. So what he would do is take Goya and juice it and then drink it straight. And it's a difficult drink to drink just because Goya is very bitter.
Very bitter.
And just even being able to eat it, it took me 23 years just to...
Likewise.
Right.
I mean, I used to just avoid it like the plague.
And now I love it.
Yeah. Now we're growing it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I don't think our younger selves would even believe that we would grow it, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And also, it's known to have high vitamin B, C, E, and K, folates. And yeah, I think it's also great for weight loss.
Yes. So a lot of people that want to lose weight better get some Goya in your system.
Yeah. So if there are any maybe Asian markets around where you live, look out for Goya or a bitter melon.
Yes.
And there are different types of bitter melon, and come on to our YouTube channel and check it out, because we'll be sharing some of the raised bed garden videos. So you come visit, search again for
Yuntaku time.
So that's been our recent happenings in our household, and it's just been really exciting. Every day be like, hey, come outside, look at.
It's fun to look at,
Yeah. Cool. All right,
let's go.
Yeah, so the topic of the day we wanted to talk about was benefits of teaching sign language to your baby. And I have to say, Akko's been doing a fantastic job. She really brought up the idea of teaching sign language to our daughter, and I've been really happy that you've done the research and started teaching her. And so we did some research and came across this website called educationalplaycare.com, and it lists many different benefits of teaching sign language to your baby, and we wanted to share those points with you. So if you could share that.
Yeah, so let's go down the list. So the first one is that it gives your baby a 12-point IQ point advantage. Next, accelerated speech and emotional development. It enables children to communicate effectively. It lowers frustration levels. It improves child-parent bonding. It reinforces the learning of educational concepts such as ABCs, animals, and other specific themes.
And it also helps children remember words because there's muscle memory involved. And the more senses involved in learning, the greater memory retention the child will have. It also improves attentiveness to social gestures of others as well as themselves, larger speaking vocabulary and ability to form longer sentences, and earlier reading and larger reading vocabulary, and better grades in school.
Wow, that's a lot of benefits.
Yeah, I have to say I'm very
Impressed and amazed at the same time.
how much benefits there are. And of course, those are the benefits educationalplaycare.com emphasizes. And for us, we don't know if there's a 12-point advantage in IQ or better grades in school just because our daughter is still so young.
Yes.
But we can point out a few of them and say definitely we've seen this in our
experience. Yeah. So they pointed out that it enables children to communicate effectively. I completely agree with that. She is able to express, communicate what she needs, what she wants. So if she wants to eat, if she wants to sleep, if she wants water, if she wants milk, she will sign it to us. And it's just so much easier to know what she wants exactly rather than guessing.
Yeah, definitely. And another one they mentioned was lowers frustration levels. And that definitely, when you can communicate your needs to your parents, of course it's gonna lower frustration levels. But the interesting part is it also lowers the frustration levels for us because we know what she wants.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So if she's just going, rah, 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 we don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's like, oh, do you want to be changed? Are you hungry? Do you want water? I mean, we don't know, but with sign language, she's able to communicate. Like, I want this exactly.
And so I can definitely vouch for that. It lowers frustration levels for both child and parent. And so
yeah, and therefore improving child-parent bonding.
Definitely.
And I think they did name that also.
Yeah, they did. That was the next one, which was improves child-parent bonding. And yeah, when you can communicate, of course, bonding is a lot easier, right?
Yes.
And that's definitely been the case for us. And the next one that I feel that we've been experiencing is it helps children remember words because there is muscle memory involved. And because our daughter is using not only her mind, but she's using her body to sign things, it adds another layer of senses and it allows her to use more of her brain. And right now she's in a very physical stage, and so it's perfect that she's using sign to communicate with us.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, because she is in a very physical stage. Yeah, so all in all, we are very supportive of sign language, and we think it really does help with the communicating with your child at an early stage.
Right, and especially because most likely her vocal cords are not developed enough to communicate with us with her voice, other than crying and making certain sounds that it's really unintelligible for us right now. Although she's getting to the point, she's starting to be able to say a few words too.
Yeah, a good bit. Yeah.
So Akko, you've been the real champion of teaching sign language to our daughter. And a couple of questions that I have is, how have you been teaching? For the people who are listening, what has worked for you? What have you tried?
So first of all, I have to look up what I want to teach her. So probably the first thing that you want to teach her is milk. So you just kind of keep doing it while you say it. So milk is kind of like a squeezing gesture. So you do the squeezing gesture while you're saying milk, and you just repeat it to her as much as possible whenever you want to communicate milk to her. And so she kind of starts to understand when to use it and how to use it. So she's looking at you and she's hearing what it is. So you're using both senses, so then she starts to understand, oh, okay. And then you use it properly, and you don't just like say, oh, this is milk. You use it when you need to use it so that she understands when to use it. So does that make sense?
Yeah. And do you have the milk in your hands when you're doing milk? Do you show it to her?
Yes. So I'll show it to her, and with the other hand, I'll say milk. I'll squeeze my hand.
You'll sign.
Yes, I'll sign milk. So yeah, so we do that. Whatever else you want to teach her, like change. Every single time you're changing a diaper, you do the change sign, and just repeatedly do it, and they just get it. One day they just start doing it themselves.
And another thing is, I think there are kind of core signs that you want your baby to know. For example, changing the diaper, so change and milk, and maybe I'm hungry. Those are kind of more fundamental. Maybe I'm sleepy. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
But some other ones, maybe it might be more custom to your family. Maybe your family eats a certain type of food that your baby likes. Maybe you can teach them that sign. And although, yes, you can look up YouTube and find all these signs, how to do them. But you can also be flexible with how you do it. Maybe you can create a sign that's a little easier for your child.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so for example, there's a lot of sign language that signs towards your mouth. And so she might get pretty confused because eat is to your mouth. There's a lot more thing. I think water is kind of similar, but you just make a W when you kind of press it against your chin. But to a child, that might be pretty difficult. So we use the sign for drink for water, just so that there's a bigger distinction between water, like the real water sign, and eat. And that's why we use a drink sign instead of the real water sign, just so that she's clear and we're clear of what she wants. So, you can always cater to your family, like you were saying.
And it's interesting. Right now, what I've been noticing is she actually understands water as water. So she would do the water sign for when she's thirsty, or when she wants water in the tub, or if she wants the faucet outside to be turned on, she would use water. And so that was something that was pretty exciting to see for me. She understands water as water. And it's not always, I want to drink water. But the sign, again, is the same. So as a parent, you have to see that and understand what she or he is wanting.
So yeah, I think overall it really helps with learning how she communicates too, and learning what she wants.
And how about even learning about teaching sign to our daughter?
So your question is why I decided to teach her sign language?
Right. How did you even know that this? For me, I just had no clue.
So there was a friend, she was teaching her daughter sign language. And I was like, oh, okay. And this is probably when I was like mid-20s maybe. And I started to look up like the benefits of sign language for a child and learned that it was so beneficial. And I just knew that I'm going to teach my child sign language. And that always stuck with me. And so when we had our daughter, I was like, oh, you know what? We're going to teach her no matter what. And so that's why we're teaching her.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, because I knew the benefits.
Yeah, and I think the benefits so outweigh all the effort that's required to teach. And even teaching, it hasn't been too bad, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of fun for me. Right now, I'm trying to teach her like rooms, and then we're teaching her animals. And it's really interesting. Like certain sign language for animals are so interesting to me. But it's fun. It's fun for me too.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, the more that she can communicate with us, and actually in turn we can communicate more with her too. And then once her kind of vocal cords develop a lot more and she can start saying words, then that brings up new frontier too.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, let's share what we've taught her so far. I know you've taught her milk.
Yeah, we've taught her
I'm hungry, eat, water, change, diaper change.
Yeah, diaper change, sleep, kind of. Yeah, sleep, cat, dog,
pacifier.
Yeah, well, she kind of actually did it herself. It was so interesting, and I looked it up, and it was spot on. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Maybe she's teaching us.
Yeah. Oh, ice. This girl loves ice.
Oh, and hot.
Oh, yes, hot, and then cold. Blow dry your hair. When she's done with her food,
I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah, she knows how to say I'm done. More.
She loves that.
Yeah. More. Oh, kiss.
Oh yeah. Kiss.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi. Thank you. Please. Potty. Pee. Poop. And just mind that she hasn't picked up on all these sign languages.
I would say
80% maybe? Yeah, maybe 80%.
More than half,
Yeah. So she picked up on 80% of these, maybe a little more. But for those that she hasn't picked up yet, we still continually do it.
And honestly, I think the ones that she hasn't picked up, for example, pee and poo, it's because I don't think she knows that yet. I don't think she understands the functioning there yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because everything else she knows. So like she knows that she wants milk. She knows that she wants water. She knows when she's hungry, and she can really demand those things.
Yeah.
But for the things that she doesn't know, I don't think she's that aware of it yet. So for example, diaper change, we've been teaching her since the beginning. Like really the beginning, we would always sign.
Oh yeah.
And she's starting to finally do it. But, I don't think she's too aware of what's happening down there. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
even if she, has a full diaper, yeah, she's totally fine.
Yeah, she's
running
okay.
around with it. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bug her one bit.
But as she matures, I think she'll start to get more understanding of what's happening, and then she'll request, hey, diaper change, or I need to go pee, or just bathroom potty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's just to name a good bit that we remember right now.
So for those parents out there, do you use sign language with your little one? And how has your experience been?
We'd love to hear from you. Please comment on our YouTube channel by searching Yuntaku Time.
Till next time, take care.
Bye.